We are talking about the brain-changing benefits of having a baby. And some of it is really gonna surprise you. Has that word been on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't figure it out and can't get it out? Some people call this baby brain, some people call it mom brain, brain fog. And a lot of the times we get a negative view of what happens to your brain when you're pregnant, when you've had a baby. But there's some really, really, really cool things that are happening to your brain while you're pregnant and when you give birth. We're gonna talk about what causes this brain fog, this baby brain, 3 key factors that lead to it, and then we're gonna be talking about all the different ways your brain grows and transforms and develops in preparation for your role as mother. And we're gonna talk about what you can eat to help boost this. When I was pregnant, I had this crazy baby brain, right? I couldn't remember anything if I didn't write it down. There was one day I couldn't remember my sister's name. And I felt insane. I felt like I was losing my mind until I learned what was happening. And then I felt very encouraged and amazed with my body. So let's talk about baby brain. What causes baby brain? There are 3 big things that I want to talk about. Number 1 is malnourishment. 1/3 of the dry weight of your brain is DHA. DHA is pivotal for the healthy development of your brain, your eyes, and your central nervous system. When you are pregnant, the placenta is taking the DHA from your brain to give to your baby so that they can grow and be healthy, which is an amazing part of just like the giving that our body does to our babies, that we are literally sacrificing our own brain for the healthy growth and development of our babies. But this is another reason why it's really important for you to be consuming DHA. How do you find that? You can find it in algae. You can also find it in fish, especially tuna and salmon. Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you're looking for. Another reason is sleep deprivation. When we sleep, our brain is doing the housekeeping for pretty much everything. It's repairing damaged cells, it's repairing muscles, it's storing memory, it's helping us process things that happened that day. It's recalibrating our senses. So when we have this deprivation of sleep, there's a number of things that happen. One, all those things get affected, but another thing that happens is your central nervous system starts to kind of like spaz out a little bit, and it becomes a little overreactive, which leads to higher levels of stress in your body. We tend to start overproducing cortisol when we have high levels of stress on our body. We have high levels of stress because of sleep deprivation, and round and round and round it goes. When we have high levels of cortisol, this affects our energy levels, it affects our mood, it affects our thyroid. So these are a few reasons why you might be experiencing this baby brain fog, as well as your internal processing has slowed down to make space for all the amazing growth that is happening right now. And let's get into that. But before we do, if this video has been helpful in any way, will you please give it a like and a subscribe so I can know to keep these coming. The first thing to know about the way that your brain is changing and growing when you're pregnant and through birth and through raising children. Number 1, the placenta. The placenta is huge. You are growing a human, you have also grown a brand new organ. That starts to take over hormone production. It starts to take over cortisol levels. It starts to affect the brain, our brain. It starts to communicate with our brain, as well as it's a filtering process for our baby. So it's taking the nutrients from our body, it's filtering it through the placenta to give to our baby, keeping the toxins away and giving the vitamins, minerals, DHA that our baby needs for growth. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing that our body creates. And in the 3rd trimester, the placenta takes over a lot of the hormone production, especially with progesterone and with cortisol levels. The placenta starts to communicate with our brain and starts to rewire it so that we are more interested in and more attuned to the growing needs of our baby, even while they're inside of us. This is one theory of why we start to have these cravings. One, yes, it's a nutrient depletion in our body, and our body wants to be given more because the placenta is communicating with our brain through our baby what they need a boost of. It's pretty cool. your emotional center begins to get this massive upgrade where they are truly seeing the brain in mothers grow, especially this section where we are the emotional processing center. One, it helps us read facial cues, it helps us pick up on subtlety, and it helps us react faster. So your brain is literally rewiring itself to become more attuned to and more responsive to the needs of your child. Your brain is changing to make you a better parent. You are also getting more neurons in your brain and more receptors in your brain, which means your brain is priming itself to become an ultimate student, an ultimate learner. It is preparing itself to be in the space of gathering as much information as possible and then processing it and understanding it. You are truly becoming smarter when you are pregnant. You are able to learn things faster. Even though your processing has slowed down to make space for this, it feels like things are taking you longer than normal, but you are picking up on the subtleties. The emotional intelligence in your brain has grown significantly just from being pregnant. What an amazing body you have. So show it some love. I hope this helped. I hope this made you feel a little bit more encouraged about what your body is doing to help prime you for becoming an awesome mommy. And when you are going through sleep deprivation and malnourishment and higher cortisol levels, what can we do to help our body? There is only so much we can do when it comes to sleep deprivation, right? Because we are taking care of a baby who does not have a circadian rhythm established in their sleep patterns. They sleep when they're tired, they wake up when they need something, which often works against our sleep schedule, where they're awake frequently at night. So, keeping the room dark so you can quickly go back to sleep, keeping your body nourished with protein. Bone broth is awesome. Omega-3s we talked about with boosting your DHA levels. Easily digestible, nutrient-dense meals, such as congee, which is an Asian dish that has protein. It's got rice, it's got bone broth in it. It's delicious. It's easy to digest, which especially helps with that first postpartum poo. It helps your body absorb the nutrients a little bit easier. This is a time of healing and a time of rest, so take care of your body. Slow it down. If you need to slow down, it is okay to slow down. It is a good time to slow down. Everything in nature has a time of resting and then a time of growth and a time of production. Right now is your time of rest. So take care of yourself, take care of your body, love on that beautiful brain of yours. Hope it helps. Love ya. See ya, pizza.